So secret time, guys. I had actually recorded about 15 minutes of gameplay footage, and I'll be honest with you, it wasn't fun. I wasn't getting any progress. I wasn't being entertaining. I was being really boring, and I kept thinking that I wanted to do a video like this. So today we're not doing another tutorial. Instead, we're gonna do another chatting video. Let's chat, guys, and today let's talk about things that I wish I would have known as a brand new streamer. Alright, you know the spiel. Before we get started, guys, I just want to remind you that I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday on twitch.tv/retro for the first time, and I stream here every Thursday, at least for the foreseeable future, where we play a variety of stuff, guys. If you guys have questions, if you want to just come hang out and pick my brain, if you have specific questions about videos that I've made, or you have suggestions, come hang out at the stream, guys. I'm also on TikTok. I said that last video too, and we're having a lot of success there. Come hang out. I do a lot of funny skits over there, and I do the same tutorial videos that I do here, just a lot quicker. All right, let's get started with the rest of the video. So I think it's fair to say that when we all start streaming, we come into it with rose-tinted glasses, and we are super excited, but we may not be prepared for the negatives, and I think it's really important to know what you're getting yourself into. I try to prepare you guys for what you're gonna run into as far as, you know, camera settings and green screens and all that fun stuff, but there are things that aren't so fun to deal with when it comes to streaming, and things that we need to know are there and that we're gonna have to deal with. Some of us may not deal with this, but the vast majority of us will. I think I should just warn you guys. So let's get started. First thing we need to talk about is motivation. This one can be quite a doozy, and I've filmed this section a couple of times now because I just go off on tangents. There's just so much to say, but I just need to be as concise as possible to keep this video interesting. Finding motivation is not easy. It is very, very easy to sit and play video games when you're on your own. I would do that for hours. I'd come home from work, I'd have dinner, and then I'd put my feet up and play video games. But it is a very different beast when you're gonna play video games on a stream. There are a lot of things to consider, and there are a lot of things that can make it hard to do this. A lot of people don't realize how much work it actually takes to follow the chat, to follow the game, to be entertaining, to answer questions, to make sure everything is working the way that you want it to, and to make sure that you're in frame. Things like that take a lot of energy. And as a brand new streamer, I didn't realize how much energy it actually took. As some of you know, I went to theater school. I trained to entertain people, but it is so different when you're sitting in front of a camera that never blinks. And when we're all sitting at home playing video games, we're all kind of lounging around. We're all kind of just hanging out and playing video games. It's not the same as when you're trying to entertain people. And it's because you're entertaining. You have to be going. You have to be doing this kind of stuff all the time. And there are days where I just don't have the energy to do that. There are days where it has been a bad day. When I got home, I walked in the door and the dog peed in front of the door and I stepped in it, and then I have 15 minutes to get undressed, get changed, wash my face, and get back in front of the camera and entertain people. And on those days, the last thing I want to do is get in front of the camera and entertain people. And if you're looking to take this seriously, you have to put those thoughts aside, because viewers are relying on you to entertain them. And if you just stream only when you feel like it, that's not going to happen. You're not going to get the viewership, you're not going to get the followers, you're not going to get people dedicated to your channel. And there are days where I just don't want to stream. When I first started, yeah, I would let those days take over, and I'd go, you know what, I'm not going to stream today. Forget it, I'm just gonna take the day off. People would be asking me where I was, and then they would just stop coming. Streaming can be really exhausting, and it can be very hard to find that motivation. You have to find a way to find that motivation for yourself and still be entertaining. Obviously, if you're having a really bad day, if something really terrible happened, then take a day for yourself. But if you make it a habit that every time you're tired, every time you're just not up to it, or you start streaming and 15 minutes later, you know what, I don't want to do this, see you later, guys, you're not going to grow. I wish I would have known that from the start. Talking about motivation and having a bad day before you start, I really wish I would have been prepared for this one, because so many of the streamers I watch are so good at dealing with it, and I'm still learning. I am still learning. Tech issues are the bane of my existence, and the worst part is, it is something you and I are going to have to deal with for the rest of our streaming careers. It's unheard of to have completely flawless streams every single stream. Tech issues happen all the time. Tech issues are hard, guys. Tech issues are so hard to deal with, and doing it on the fly while you're live can be so hard. And I wish I would have understood how much I would have to know about technology in order to do this. I've always had a fascination with technology. I love learning about tech. I love reading and figuring things out, but there are days where I just have no idea what I'm doing and things just fall apart. It can be so hard to stay positive when you're 10 minutes away from streaming and you still have to go to the bathroom and get a drink and go and set up your tweet or your Discord message, and you still have to make a TikTok that you're going live, and the game still isn't working, and it gets to you, and you can get flustered, and you just want to say, you know what, forget it, I don't want to stream. That's part of the streaming game, and I wish I would have known. So as a new streamer, be ready to deal with tech issues, be ready to be your own IT team, be ready to ask questions, because sometimes you may not find the answer and you'll have to rely on other streamers to tell you what they did to fix it. So this one, I don't really want to get into too much detail for it, because everybody's situation will be different, everybody will deal with it differently, and everybody has a different perspective on this, but just be prepared to deal with people's opinions. And sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes you can be really, really proud of something and somebody will come in and just crush it. There are times where I have worked really hard at doing something and I am super proud of it, and I'm like, yes, it looks awesome, I don't know, border, let's say, and I love it and it looks amazing, and then somebody comes in and goes, you know what, pretty ugly, I don't like those colors, and it can really like, oof, oh, right in the chest. You have to be prepared for that, and people will tell you their opinions whether they've been asked or not, but that's what happens when you put yourself in the public eye. You're gonna have to deal with opinions. I am still learning how to deal with stuff like that. The more notice you get, the more opinions you will get. It is what it is. Opinions are out there, guys, so be prepared. Okay, and we'll bring it back full circle, and this kind of goes back with motivation. I didn't realize how hard it is to come up with new ideas, you guys. It is so hard to come up with new ideas, and I've been doing this for 4 years, and thank goodness I've been able to come up with stuff on a regular basis, but it is hard to come up with a new video game to play, to come up with a new video to make, to come up with something new to add to the stream. I really thought it was just gonna be pick a game, play it. But I've run out of games, or there are games that I have that I try on stream and it's like, no, this is such a flop. And now I'm floundering trying to figure out what I'm gonna play next. So I wish I would have understood how much thought goes into creating content all the time, and how hard it is to constantly be on your toes and try to keep up with what's going on and constantly be reading and analyzing, because you have to see what your audience likes and what your audience doesn't like, and it's really hard to come up with that. Sometimes you reach a wall and you got to figure out what the heck you're going to do to break through it. Yeah, guys, so there's many more things that I wish I would have known as a brand new streamer, things I would have known about technology and OBS and all that stuff, but we'll keep covering this stuff through tutorials. But these are just some thoughts that I wish I would have been prepared for as a new streamer, because wow, streaming is so much more complex than I ever thought it would be. I hope this didn't scare you guys away, because obviously streaming is awesome. I've been doing it for 4 years because I absolutely love it. But yeah, I just hope this helps you prepare a little bit more as to what you may be facing in the future as a streamer, that if you go at it the right way, may make your streaming career more enjoyable. All right, guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it eye-opening, I guess, to the not so glamorous part about streaming. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.